Yeah, welcome to another episode of UFCEvent.net. Still Jim and Msafa, you're still watching, and this is the prediction of UFC 118. Edgar vs. Penn 2. Last time Edgar had the answer, will he have it this time? Freddy the answer Edgar. I believe that he didn't have the answer last time against BJ Penn, the prodigy. I believe that BJ Penn won the last bout. Do you want to see the bout again, or if you haven't seen it, press the link down there. And what are your thoughts? Do you believe that Frankie Edgar won the belt? Write a comment. Hey, I'm waiting. Right, BJ Penn. He didn't look good in their first bout. He had the swine flu, blah 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 blah. But you must agree that BJ Penn didn't look like himself. Okay, you've seen BJ Penn, fire up, come on, gun blazing with his boxing. He wants to hurt the opponent. And Freddie Edgar, he jumped around like one of the gummy bears. He didn't plan his feet, no mustard behind the punches, and he was actually punished every time he went for a takedown in the first round. I remember when BJ Penn, hit him like 4 or 5 uppercuts and backed up Frankie Edgar. And he won the first rounds. The first 3 rounds, BJ Penn had it, and I actually like, okay, he got the belt now. He still got the belt. Still, the lightweight. Yada. What can Frankie Edgar do different this time to beat BJ Penn again? Because, the judges, they're judging in MMA, man. Let's take that another time. But BJ Penn, he's better in every aspect of the game except wrestling takedowns. But, Frankie Edgar, he gonna stick and move. And BJ Penn, they're gonna catch him in the 3rd round. TKO. Frankie Edgar out. And no, like Shogun did to Machida, no questions about it. He will take his head off in the 3rd round. Okay, co-main event. BJ Penn versus Edgar. That's a wrestler against a good MMA boxer, in BJ Penn. This time, it is a good wrestler, Olympic caliber wrestler against one of the best boxers there is. James Light Out Tony versus Randy Couture. And it's boxing versus wrestling, and it sounds like a video game. Yeah. As I said, what's the most effective style in MMA? That you can use and get points for it. Wrestling. So Randy would win this with easy for cheesy. Or will he? Listen very carefully. James Toney is a boxer with a good feeling and balance. The same skill set as Anderson Silva, and look how well he does in MMA. Notice that Anderson Silva doesn't got good takedown defense. His defense is his footwork, and his first line of defense is the striking. The fight starts standing up, and James Toney's first line defense will be like no rat. Believe that. One bomb and Randy Couture will be out, knocked out cold. But what will happen if Randy slips under the radar and gets a hold of Tony? Takedown, of course. Randy ain't a ground and pound guy like Tito Tiso Fedor. He wears people out and puts pressure on them. And he ain't a submissive magician either. So, I know what you're thinking. This smells a decision. And Tony, he is playing baseball. Baseball, yeah. 3 rounds. And he got 3 strikes to knock out Randy. Then he's out. I can't imagine that, James Toney have learned to do, helicopter sweeps, Shogun style and other techniques to get up on his feet. So, what do you think? What do you think? Who will win? Log on to UFCevent.net now. Vote. Oh, or just write a comment. It's so hard to go against Randy in this bout, and I actually don't know who I would root for. The fight will end in the second round. R&R, rear naked choke, Randy Couture. Timmy Maya versus Alan Belcher. Alan Belcher is out. Damn, so now it's Mario Miranda, and Miranda, he's a finisher, but he wasn't on the tough show with Rampage. Timmy Maya, his submission is amazing. Will he get it to the ground? Yeah, and it's gonna be a submission. What kind of submission? Triangle choke. Second round. Kenny Boy Florian versus Gray Maynard. A top fight in the lightweight division. The winner can get the next title shot. Kenny Florian is the BJJ black belt with only 3 losses. And the last one was to BJ Penn, so come on. And his last win was against one of my favorite fighters, Takanori Gomi. I actually believe that Gomi would knock out Florian, but he came up with a good game plan. And Gomi, man, he didn't look like himself. Gray Maynard, he's unbeaten in his professional career, but he lost to Nathan Diaz on the tough show. Shh. But Gray Maynard, solid boxing, tight guard, strong wrestling. What is Florian is gonna do about that? He's gonna use his Muay Thai kicks, snappy kicks, crosses and hooks, like a fencer. It's decision time, Kenny Florian. Nate Diaz versus Marcus Davis. Nate, his last fight was in Strikeforce. Against, the bully beatdown host Jason Mayhem Miller. And he won it. Nah, I'm just joking. He's one of the top lightweights. Split decision losses to Clay Guida, Gray Maynard. Good BJ brown belt. And very slick with submission of his back. Solid boxing. And Marcus Davis, he thinks he's the Irish hand grenade. He's a former pro boxer, so good with his hands. So this can be a stand-up war. Maybe fight of the night. But Davis, he will get a cut in this bout. I can guarantee it. And we will see how Nate Diaz handles his biggest test in the welterweight division. Decision or submission? Third round, sub, Nate Diaz. And it's all over.